Hey you guys, it's me, DeJa Skye from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14 and All-Star Season 10, and welcome back to my channel. That is my channel. This is the series where I am recreating some legendary and iconic faces from All-Star Season 10. Yes, ma'am, these are my sisters. These are my lovelies. And we are going to get into this. Now, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all have been asking for makeup content. So here you go, baby. So before we get started, please do not ever in your life forget to compliment the mug at the end. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into some face and some mug, honey. So obviously, you know I am Team Orange Bracket, and baby, this time we are gonna do the legend, the icon that is Miss Phoenix, honey. Birds of a feather, baby, birds of a feather. Now, her mug is stamped. I don't like to call it old school, I like to call it classic, because it really is a classic mug. It is, I mean, I love a mug girl. I love any type of makeup, except for blush blindness. That's crazy, I hate. But I love any type of makeup, especially an exaggerated mug. And this is what Phoenix is going to give. And that's what we are going to try to replicate on this canvas that is DeJa Skye's face. Okay, so I already prepped all that stuff off camera. So let's get into this. Now, she does a very thin, high arch brow. I always like to start off with brows because I feel like if I do my full makeup and then I chuck on a brow, I feel like it's always too high. It's never really proportioned. And I feel like a brow kind of gives me a guide of like, don't cross this face. So y'all know I love a brow pencil. I'm gonna try to do more like products like, oh, I'm using this for this. Hopefully it really helps y'all out because I know a lot of people comment like what we're using here. Okay, so she's going really, it's thin and archy. It's very like bitch brow. So hopefully we can replicate this. Yes. Wait, I think she goes down more. Look at already, okay. Problem number one arises. This is why I love using a pencil, because literally I can just use my finger and erase. Work. Okay, now that is mama. She is surprised, honey. Yes, ma'am. Okay, now the hardest part is trying to replicate. If it's in the realm, I'll be happy with it because they're never going to be identical. I mean, that's going to do. We're going to have to make these mugged. Mama! Love. Actually, I'm kind of living. And it's so crazy to me. The thing about Phoenix that I remember most is like, I liked her makeup on season 3. I just love her makeup now. I think it's very elevated. I think she's really fine-tuned her craft. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna make that work. So I'm using, it's by SBK Cosmetics. Let's just carve out the bottom. I don't think we're gonna worry about the top. Also, thank you to whoever commented and said that you like that I'm like calming at times, because I'll be completely honest. Whenever I do makeup videos, I am very to myself. Like I paint by myself. And so I was very happy that someone said, oh, it's like very calming, because I always think to myself, I get in my head about like, oh God, am I not like boisterous enough and like in your face enough for like makeup tutorials, which is why I didn't want to do them for so long. Now let's get into this makeup. So the palettes we're going to use are the Norvina Volume 6. I always call it the Galaxy palette. And of course, the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette, mama. Because her eye is literally orange and purple. Sickening. Okay, we're going to start with a really gorgeous lavender. Just in this corner. I really want to blend this out first. So here's some like kind of backstage tidbit that I didn't share with anyone. So when we were secluded and sequestered for All Stars, we were in separate trailers, right? And so our trailers were like right next to each other. It wasn't like one trailer was over here and another trailer was like way over there. The trailer next to me, you know, production comes in and they says, hello, welcome, you know, we're so happy to have you. And so I was listening while I was getting ready. I know voices. I may not remember your name. I may not remember a lot of things, but I remember voices, honey. And so I knew a couple of the girls. Hold that thought. I need my favorite brush. I knew a couple of the girls that were going to be on, but I did not know about Phoenix. Like, she was the one that got away from me. So when I heard that voice, I was like, is that Phoenix? Like, I was gagged because I had heard, you know, like, okay, all tea, me and Olivia kind of heard about each other. So that's why we, like, already knew. We're like, oh, yes, hello, Team Melanin, the Melanation station, honey. But with Phoenix, I really had no idea that she was on. So it really was a true Gagarini when she walked through the door because I was hearing her. And I don't know about y'all, like, I hate spoilers, but at the same time, when I went into a competition, mama, season 14, y'all, season 14, it was kind of wild. Literally, I think like 2 days before we left to go film, I saw like people tagging me in, not people, a specific page posting that, oh, this is the apparent season 4, and I'm like, I didn't tell nobody. How do these people know? So I kind of saw like a little bit of images from our cast already on season 14. That was kind of a buzzkill. And like, that's the thing that I hate about spoiler culture. And I remember talking about this as soon as I got back from filming. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be a hometown hero, which I mean, I wanted it to be a huge surprise. And when I got back, y'all, everyone and their mother knew. Everyone and their mother knew. They're like, oh, so where'd you go for so long? Like, we missed you. And I'm like, wow. Okay, first of all, that blend. Mama. Oof. Okay, I just like to do this. I like to cut and carve the inside already. So that same primer, we are gonna cut this eye. And she does a shape that I love to do. I think I did it on my last tutorial too. She rounds it out and then she goes up. I'm also, you guys, trying to make it proportion to my eye as well. And that's the thing with these like makeup tutorials is like we all have different faces and I have a lot of real estate where some of them don't. So this makeup intrigued me because I was like, oh, okay, like she's going like drag. But some of like the girls that just rely on their natural features, that's what scares me, girl. Like someone like Bosco or someone like Nicole Paige Brooks. Or Acid Betty, you know, the girls that really go for natural. Comment below, y'all. How are you guys loving this new All-Star season so far? Are we serving? Are we flopping? Is mother giving you milk? Is mother giving you hives? What is she giving? What is she serving? Now, the thing about Phoenix is Phoenix has, and I don't know if I told her this, Phoenix has something similar to RuPaul. And the fact where when she talks, you listen, if that makes sense. She has so much knowledge. She has so much like real world experience. And yes, it comes with age, but I'm not calling her old. I just mean she is a girl that like, just like Ru, when they speak, you listen. You know what I mean? They're not just talking just to talk. I definitely did DeJa's shape to this. Hers is definitely more out. But yeah, she's knowledgeable. She really is mother. You know, she is legendary. She's held the Atlanta scene up in high regards. Like, the girls with her in, like, the best possible way. Like, they're like, that's mother, honey. And she, to me, was like a wild card, kind of like Irene going into the orange bracket because we really didn't get to see much of them. You know what I mean? And so that's nerve-wracking because I think with like myself, with Bosco, with Olivia, with Aja, you kind of like you kind of know what to expect. Yeah, there's always room for, you know, there's always the element of surprise. Like always there's element of surprise. I mean, look at Irene. I'm also going a lot deeper with my purple. We are 2 different shades of people. And so I think if I go too light of purple, it is gonna drown in my melanin, honey. We're gonna take some white and we are gonna set this brow bone. Mama, she loves white. Take this here and kind of separate that. Okay, so this is the general eye shape. We are gonna go back obviously later, add the gold and the orange and everything, but let's move on to the face. Now, mama is bronzed and carved. Mother is not afraid of the cosmetics. So mama, we're gonna diva. We're gonna diva this out. I don't know when, y'all. I don't know why I got so gay on this channel. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm saying mama all the time. I'm saying Mary all the time. I'm like, when did I get so... I'm not mad about it, but I'm just like, when did I get so gay? Maybe it's like the older you get, the more you revert back to the Drag lingo? I don't know. Okay, the foundation I am using is from She Glam. We're just gonna go into the beauty blender today. Just get this on first. Work, diva. See? Where am I getting? Oh well, that's me. Apparently I'm just a drag queen. We are definitely gonna highlight this forehead. She really highlights the forehead. And she does highlight her chin. Now she does have some cosmetic work done to give her the face that she has, which obviously I do not have any cosmetic work done, which is why I'm constantly having to fill this crazy line in my forehead because Botox. If you're a boy or assigned male at birth, you know that when you get Botox or filler or anything, it goes away very quickly. So girl, I was spending like $800 every time to get this filled, and then it dissolved in like 2 months. I was annoyed. We're gonna add some more highlights later on, but let's get into the Mama cosmetics. So she loves a warm contour, and her contour is very low because she likes a lot of highlighted areas. So we're gonna, yeah, I think she goes from here. And then she also contours. Oof, I'm nervous. I know she does her forehead as well. This is dark, so we're only gonna put a little bit, but she does. That's just me. I gotta contour this. Mama! This is the Made by Mitchell brush. I don't know what it's for, but I use it to kind of like move my product around first before I blend her. That way I can place it down and then blend her later. Then just a blending brush. I think I took my contour 2 in, but we can fix that. Okay, let's do forehead first. Ooh, ooh. Oh no. And she like curves her contour like up. She like brings in her face like this. So I have recently got back into like more heavy contour. I know for a while I was literally like damn near just contouring with blush. Now I'm not saying I'm gonna fully be a contour diva, but for a moment I was literally just like faintly contouring. And I wanna say that she definitely contours her jaw or like cuts her jaw. So I used to be obsessed with doing that, mama. For me, this is like one of the things that like I don't know if I'll ever go back to with like cutting and carving because I just don't like that sharp line anymore. Contour, done. All right, so we are just going to highlight some areas, which pretty much I think I'm just gonna do just her under eye. The concealer that I'm using is the Too Faced Born This Way. Yep, Born This Way concealer. And I think I'm gonna do, her chin is very bright and her upper lip and the middle of her forehead. So we're gonna use those areas. So for these highlights, I am using a different beauty blender, but I'm really gonna go bright. I know she uses powders more, so I'm not too worried about like the blush and stuff because we'll just add that with powders. All right. Okay, let's set her. Let's set her and forget her. Just kidding, I can never forget Phoenix. I also think All Stars is such a cool experience because you literally get to do your favorite show in the whole entire world with people that have like inspired you. Someone like Phoenix, someone like Ginger, someone like Acid Betty. You know, these are the queens that have like inspired me, you know, throughout the years. And so it's just crazy to like live the experience that is Drag Race. But this time, you're doing it. You know, on season 14, nobody had the experience of Drag Race. So we all were on a level playing field. But with All Stars, especially the fact that they're adding, you know, more and more girls that have been on previous All Stars, which mama, let's wake that up. If RuPaul calls tomorrow and says, DeJa, Skye, do you want to be on season 11 of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars? I'm saying yes. What is so wrong? If you're asked, you're asked. You know what I mean? Like, I know there was a lot of discourse with Georges and with Ginger, but I'm like, if RuPaul asks you, go in. Why stop your bag? It's another opportunity to be seen, you know, like no shade, unless you're super duper crazy popular. Drag Race is not the end all be all. So when you get a call like All Stars, it's almost like you get to like kind of start over a little bit with like bookings and the fan base and stuff. And especially look at someone like Nicole Paige Brooks and Phoenix. You know, they're getting seen by a whole other franchise that frankly didn't even know they existed because most of them started mid Drag Race, you know, or even like I've even know a lot of people in this young generation, they started on season 12 because that was the pandemic season. So a lot of people started then. If you get a call from RuPaul, mama, take it. As long as you're mentally and physically ready, I say take it, you know. Y'all, we are just making a TV show. That's it. So let's finish and fine tune this eye. So she does have like a champagne gold on her lid that travels out. So I'm just gonna pick up, this is from the Spice palette from Anastasia. And I like doing it with my finger in this area first. Yep. I mean, purple and gold is just royalty. Gorgeous. And Phoenix is royalty, so it makes perfect sense. Actually, whenever I was contemplating my makeup for the promo, the first colors that I was contemplating was blue, purple, and green. Those were the first colors that I was contemplating because I was like, I still want to be colorful and things like that. I knew I wanted to do a blonde brow. And I know some people, not a lot of people, because not everyone is hateful, but I know that some people are like, why are you doing blonde brow with dark hair? And I was like, well, the first thing I have to tell you is because I like it. And the second thing I have to tell you is because it's my face and I want to do it. That's the thing about my makeup, is my makeup doesn't always make sense, but it looks gorgeous, flawless, and I look good doing it. That's all I got to say on that. Boom. I'm going to try some of these colors. This is from Adriana Nicole. I love her. You can find her on TikTok shop. I'm gonna add some more like this, like actual gold, maybe. Unless it did nothing. It's those little things where I'm just like, I don't think anyone understands, or it doesn't really make a huge difference to people. But when I see my makeup, I'm like, oh yeah. And then if you don't do certain things, then people are like, what's different with your makeup? And I'm like, see, I didn't do that step that y'all didn't notice. Now, I do see that Phoenix doesn't really do crazy liner, or at least in this photo, I don't see it. So we're gonna act like we don't see it at all. So we're just gonna tight line, and then we're gonna add like a little, she does a little like cat eye in the middle, so. This already looks gorgeous, so I'm very excited. Girl, once we add the blush, it's gonna be over. Just those little touches, just like elongate your eye. All right, y'all, let's add the orange. Hello, Team Orange. So I'm gonna take this color called Heat Wave from the Beauty Bay palette. And I'm gonna press that underneath. We're gonna like start from lighter, and then we're gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. And the best part about this is I love that she did orange, and then she like connected it to her blush. Whenever I see orange and purple, I don't know why I think Lakers. Are those even Laker colors? Orange and purple, are those Laker colors? Or is Lakers orange or purple and gold? Or purple and yellow? Am I tripping? I'm gonna take a clean brush and try to blend her out a little bit. A clean brush just took it all off. What did I do wrong? Well, I never blend out like that. That's probably why. Okay, great. Well, all right, y'all. Back to the orange again. Okay, looks like we're not going to be able to blend like that. There we go. Gorge. I think for the most part, the eye is basically done. Okay, so let's add some blush and let's finish this complexion. So she kind of like connected the orange to the blush. So that's what we are doing, mother. That's what we are doing, mama. So this is the Made by Michelle blush case, and it's called Making Me Blush, this really pretty orange. These are very pigmented, so I'm gonna try to start. Oh, I said I'm gonna try to start, and then I went full pigment. Wait, that's beautiful. Ooh, I'm loving it already. Now, I normally take my blush all the way to the apple, but she keeps her blush very concentrated in this area. That's what we're gonna do. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I forgot how much I love orange blush. I've been very like, these are very like those neutral kind of terracottas. Those are kind of the blushes that I usually go for. I forgot how much I love orange blush. Oh my God. That is so pretty. That is just gorgeous, you guys. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that. It looks so pretty. Oh my God. So now let's warm up this contour. She likes a warm cheek. So let's try to warm up this cheek, Mary. So I'm gonna take Coffee Bean, made by Mitchell. It's like a warm contour. And let's warm it up and let's mix it all together. Then I'm just gonna finish the bottom half like I normally would. But she also very much contours her forehead. This is the only thing around me that I can see. I'm gonna use this like plastic bag to kind of like cover so I don't get it on the brow or the white, because she is bronze, Mary. Oh yes. Oh yes. She is contoured. Oh yeah. But she very much keeps like her forehead very open and just really goes deep in the corners. So that's what we're doing. Like she really has this kind of like dark kind of moment, which I love. It's very like vignette. So let's work on Phoenix's nose. Phoenix has a very distinct nose, and I'm gonna try my hardest to replicate it. So I'm gonna take a small fluffy brush. We're gonna try to chisel. I know she goes from wide to smaller, and I'm just using this as a guide first. I don't want to go straight dark and then regret my choices. And I know she likes a little button. And now let's start like actual carving. Nope. Do I need to take coffee? I'm nervous. Oh yeah, that's fine. Phoenix, if you're watching this, get this blush binder, because this coffee color is like warm contour, and I know you love a warm. Then she really does take this very here. She loves a point, and she loves all of this dark. Let's take our TV paint stick. Let's do a little boop. A little boop. Yeah, that's kind of like what she goes for. And I think it's just complementary to her nose shape already. Mama, she's feeling it! So now we are really going to brighten up these highlight areas. I'm taking the Eye Lights by Made by Mitchell, and we are gonna really brighten these areas. It also blends out. What I love about using a pressed powder, a light pressed powder underneath your eyes, is it blends out your makeup and your blush as well. She keeps her blush all the way over here, but obviously I put some over, but you know what? This is a DeJa mug inspired by Phoenix. How about that? Ooh. I can't remember on set if she uses highlighter. I'm just gonna go for like what I would assume she would highlight. But I know for a fact she would highlight her boop. The tip of her nose, I'm sure she would highlight. I'm almost certain she would highlight her cheekbone. This goes great with the shape of the blush, but it's gorgeous. Let's work on these luscious Atlanta lips. Okay, so it is like very burgundy. Like her lip is extremely burgundy. I do not have a burgundy liner, but we'll start from like, we'll do some dark and then we'll add reds to kind of give that vibe. But we're gonna use Night Moth, you know, my go-to liner at the moment. And she definitely overdraws. Or, well, she has her lips done, so I'm gonna overdraw. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so we're gonna take this like deep red. It is by Maybelline. It is Exhilarator. And then we're going to add this color, Heathers by Anastasia, to deepen. Make it. Oh, yeah. This why have I never used this color? She's cute. I'm just going to use my finger to blend her in. That lip is so pretty. Ooh, that's so pretty. And she is definitely glossed. So we are going to use this one size. Okay, so she has blue eyes, so obviously I popped in some blue contacts. So let's do this finished mug. We are basically just going to finish off our eyebrows, put some waterline, and then lashes, and then we are good. So I am taking the Anastasia, the brow pens, and I'm just going to like really darken just the outermost part. Okay, I know she has nude in her waterline. So I'm taking the Wake It Up by Tarte. Wake It Up. The setting spray I'm using is from Shein. It's Zeus. Ooh, ZC. ZC. Oh my god, I'm looking at myself in the monitor. Ooh. Oh, it's so muggy in here. So obviously y'all know I literally wear the same pairs of lashes, but I do have these lashes and it looks very similar to what she's wearing. So, and hers go all the way in, and I hate wearing lashes like that, but we're gonna go for the Phoenix mug, baby. What I love most about my lashes is they're already like perched up, so they just fit and look gorgeous, but like normal lashes, they always turn down. Oh, wait. I'm actually down for her. I am actually down for her. Oh, she ain't complaining. That looks fierce. So let me go put on a wig. I obviously am not gonna have the full regalia. But let me go put on some hair and I will be right back with the finished Phoenix look. Ooh! Mama, she is Phoenix down. Well, you guys, this was my Phoenix inspired mug from All-Star Season 10. She honestly is a legend and I look and feel stunning. Okay, you guys, now compliment the makeup. Ooh, she's fierce, she's flawless, she's Phoenix, rising from the ashes, you guys. So, as always, you guys, comment below. What mug would you want me to recreate from All-Star Season 10? I see the comments, I see who you guys are wanting. But baby, wake it up. Who are you guys wanting to see me recreate? Because honestly, flawless. And the last one, flawless as well. So baby, get into it. And as always, you guys, keep on watching All-Star Season 10 on Paramount+. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.